Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome to our basic questions, and the first part is the fractions. In the next slides, we are going to present for you some questions on adding, subtracting, dividing, multiplying fractions, and all of them are different. All of them have different ideas of solving. So pause the screen, start write down your answers, and then go to the solutions. And the explanation of these questions. It's very important to know how to add these basic questions before you start solving the models, the تسريبات, تجميعات, any questions regarding your قدرات exam. Wish you all the best inshallah بإذن الله, and thank you for choosing our course. Two to the power of 0 and any number to the power of 0 is equal to 1. 2 to the power of 1 is 2. 2 to the power of 2 is 2 times 2, which is equal to 4. 2 to the power of 3, the common mistakes that is the students think that it's 2 by 3. No, it's 2 times itself 3 times. 2 power 4 equal to 16. 2 to the power of 5 is 32. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. But if you have a negative power, 2 power negative 1, it doesn't mean negative 2. The common mistake that the students write it as negative 2. No, it's not negative 2. You should ask yourself first. Ask yourself, what is 2 power 1? 2 power 1 is 2, right? So the answer 1 over 2. What is 2 to the power of 2? 4. So it's 1 over 4. What's 2 to the power of 3? 8. So it's 1 over 8. So the negative, as a rules, x power negative n is equal 1 over x power n. So negative is only a place in the numerator or the denominator. Negative 2 to the power of 0 is equal to 1. As we said that anything to the power of 0 is 1. Here the power is odd. So negative 2 power 1 is the same number. Positive, so we write it as positive. Negative, we write it as negative. Negative 2 and the power is even, ignore the negative. So it's 2 power 2, which is equal to what? 4. But the difference between question 12 and question 13, that the negative here is outside. So I put it down. And 2 power 2 is 4. This is negative 1. So all what you have to do is to flip the number. So it's 1 over negative 2. Don't change the sign. Don't change the sign. But in the second one, when you flip it, it's a power positive. So it's 1 over 4. 1 over 4. I wanted to clarify something for the students, which is negative 1 over 2 as a fraction is the same as 1 over negative 2, and usually we should write it as negative 1 over 2. Negative 1 over 2. This negative doesn't belong to the 1 and doesn't belong to the 2. It could belong to the 1 or the 2. So we prefer to write it negative like this. Another thing, that if you have 2 over 3 to the power of negative 2, you flip, change the sign of the power. You flip, change the sign of the power here is even, so I ignore the negative. And 1 power 10 is equal to 1, not 10. It's 1 times itself 10 times, so it's 1. The power here is odd, so I put down the negative. And 1 power 11 is 1. The power here is odd because its end is with 1. So the answer is negative 1. Number 19, 4 power half. Half, it means the root of 4. And the root of 4 is 2. Third, means the cubic root of 8. And the cubic root of 8 is equal to 2. Two to the power of 3 or to the power of 2, power to the power is multiplication. So it's 2 to the power of 6. And 2 power 6 is equal 64. Power to the power is multiply. So it's 3 power negative 2. And 3 power negative 2 is 1 over 9 because it's 3 power 2. Regarding question number 23, we said that anything to the power of 0 is equal to 1. It's not even equal to x. Question number 24, negative and the power is even, so ignore the negative. And it's 2 to the power of 2 and the a to the power of 2. 2 to the power of 2 and the a to the power of 2. But in question 25, you are going to keep the negative because the power is odd. And 2 power 3 is equal to 8. And power to the power, I multiply. So it's a power 6. One over 3 to the power of 2. Multiply 1 over 3 to the power of negative 2. So I have the same base. So I put down the same base. And I'm adding the power. So it's 1 over 3 to the power of 0, which is equal to 1. Now 27, I'm going to write it as 2 power 2 and 5 power 2. So it's 4 out of 25. Regarding number 28, I'm going to write it as 1 over 9, multiplying 1 over 4, so it's 1 over 36. (29) and 30. Regarding question 29, all what you have to do is to flip the fraction. Change the sign of the power. And since you have a power positive, you don't have this negative. And 2 to the power of 2 is equal to 4. For the second one, it's 1 over 2 to the power of negative 2. Flip the fraction. Change the sign. It's also equal to 4.